This is going to be a long one, because today I'm taking on the Ultimate Team Review Challenge. I'm going to review every competition route team in Inazuma 11 in the entire series. I've reviewed so many of your guys' teams, so many, that it now feels like the right time to apply those skills to level 5's teams themselves. And because this is a pretty crazy challenge, there are a few ground rules to help limit the amount of teams I actually need to cover. Namely, all those duplicate teams like the benches, for instance. I'm only reviewing their first version, or at least the version that's on the Inazuma 11 wiki. I'm skipping teams like True Royal Academy, True Otaku, teams which are just another team but slightly stronger. And please don't come for me in the comments if I've accidentally missed a team. There's a hell of a lot of them, and so there's a good chance one accidentally just slipped me by while I was saving all of these images. But I'm not going to waste your time anymore because this is going to be one hell of a video. So let's just dive in. And there are a lot of teams, by the way, so I'm going to keep these reactions quite brief. But this is the first team. It's FF Regional Pick B. I don't know, there's something about this that just isn't working particularly well for me. Maybe it's the selection of players, but it's just a kind of weak crop. I get it's B. I don't know. I like the gorilla pick. I like the snake pick. There's a few picks I like here, but I don't know, like picks like good aren't really working for me. Creepy isn't really working for me. It's a bit of a meh team. We have FF National Pick B. Ooh, let's get a zoom in. How do you have two of the brothers? How are you separating the brothers? Also, Aphrodite's on B. That's surprising. I would have liked to have seen a different goalkeeper. I don't know why. There's just something really unappealing about the fact we have, like, what, 3 farm defenders and the farm goalkeeper, and then there was a 1 shuriken. There could have been a bit more of a variety there. Oh my god, I'm powering through. FF Regional Pick A, Hatch, Hero, Buster, Turner, Mask. It's alright. I like the Ghost Dance formation. Eagle, Turner, Monkey. Yeah, no, I don't really have too many qualms with this team. Maybe, I mean, for A, you gotta feel like you've got to have Thomas Feld there. So maybe I'll criticize that. But I don't know, I generally quite like this team. Next, Thomas Marvin. Oh, it's Old Kirkwood. I should look at the name before I just start diving right in there. It's just Kirkwood with Axel in the middle. This is what never made sense to me. How is Axel the midfielder here? Like, surely Axel is like at the front and you have then the Marvin brothers behind him. You know what I mean? Like, one of them is like attacking midfielder. I don't know. I guess it's just to keep it in the formation. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Next, we have Strange Guys. The Springer's not that. Oh, I guess he is kind of looking at me a bit odd. Yeah, you know what? Thorn. Actually, Thorn shouldn't be here. That's disrespect to Thorn. Next, the Baseball All-Stars captured on someone's bloody Nokia. Okay, I mean, I guess what I'm rating these guys on is, do they all look like they play baseball? Yes, why not? Templeton is the most baseball person here. Benches too, these are obviously players who are on the bench of their teams. Achilles, Wild Horse, Tongue, Breakfast. Yeah, I mean, what are you really supposed to say about the benches aside from that it's a decent collection of benched players, like they all look quite cool. I mean, there's no like really, I mean, Achilles is a cool pick, but there's, you know, annoying. There's no like picks where you're like, oh yeah, I'm so glad this person's on benches, or no, I'm so glad this person isn't on benches. Though, if we get the benches one and Phil Noir isn't on benches or any on the benches teams, then no, absolutely not. Next we have FF National Pick A. Poseidon's face is absolutely covered there. Poor guy. Myrtle, Clover, Hesperus, Milky, Mother, Spray, Hattori, There's a weird lack of, I mean, there's 2 Kirkwood players here, so is there a weird lack of Kirkwood, or is that just what's jumping out to me? Well, it feels like there's more Shuriken than anything else. I don't know. Yeah, with these national pick A's and regional pick whatevers, there's just something about the mix of players, like how many players from each team, that just feels a bit strange. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know if it's the fact that the Zeus players are all on the bottom half of the screen, for instance. I don't know. There's something about these that just don't sit right with me. Inazuma 08. So these are, I guess, just meant to be like an all-star selection of players, hence why you have fielding. I like it. Talesman Turner is a pretty boring front 2, to be honest, by Inazuma 11 1 standards. Though it is Inazuma 11 1, so how much can I really criticize? I'd like to see a better front 2, I think. Inazuma Town. So these are just people who are around. So it's like Street Sally's, Umbrella, Inazuma Kids FC. Ingram, isn't he a goalkeeper? That is genius. If he's the goalkeeper. Is he? Yeah. Is he? That's genius. Next we have glasses. They all have glasses. I'd shove each and every one of these into a locker. That I can guarantee. And wouldn't you know, that was actually all of the Inazuma 11 1 teams. So now we move on to Inazuma 11 2. Alias A. This is a pretty cool selection. You know who a player I've never particularly cared much for is Rhyme. I don't know, something about the hair. I think it's the way the hair sticks up. I'm just not overly keen on the hair. Zell is awesome though, so that makes up for that in the front too. It's a decent selection of players. Kawil is a player I've always loved, just because me and my sister used to always call her Kiwi, thinking that was her name. It isn't. I was stupid. My sister, I guess, also stupid. Next we have benches 3. Cots in the middle of, like, is the, whatever this is, midfielder, attacking midfielder. I love it. He looks so cool. How have I never seen this player before? He looks awesome. Oh, that's... I am now on the Cots train, I guess. Next is FF Regional Pick B. Okay, we've already looked at this team. Why are they in the IE2 folder as well? What am I doing with my life? Gods and aliens. It's gods and it's also aliens. Wits has been robbed. I don't know why that's my very first thought. Okay, the one thing I will say is, I don't know. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess it does kind of work out then. I was going to criticize the fact there's only one Zeus defender, but I guess when you do the numbers, it does kind of add up. Kawil, well done, Kawil. One thing I will say, it's slightly weird to do gods and aliens and not have Dvalin or Janus. I guess, is it just Genesis? Still though, you know what, then why is it just gods and Genesis? Just call it gods and Genesis. I want Janus on this team. Team Cannon, it's all the Power Rangers, plus Gold, plus Cannon. Sick. I love it. I love Gold. He's such a cool little guy. He reminds me of that Doofenshmirtz Zinc episode of Phineas and Ferb. I don't know why. Team Blaze. This is all the other Power Rangers, plus Lung, plus Thor Stoutberg, plus Silent Blaze. I always thought the Thor Stoutberg pick was a really cool one. National Team B. Contender, Klimstein, Rachner, Delight, Richmond. So this is the players who this is the players who were in Inazuma 11 2. Okay, I'm with you. Like the other ones, Fardream, Fate, Reading, Snowfield, Downtown Ropes. Yeah, I quite like it. The striker contended, I would rather have someone else. I don't know. He just doesn't give me that main striker vibes. I don't know. That is such a reach of a statement. The main striker vibes aren't there. Yeah, get out. I mean, it's a cool team. No, Delight is from Maritime. Because I was going to say, if that's like all Alpine, she looks like she would be an Alpine. There should be a team which is just Alpine, but it also has Delight on it. Next, we have Glasses A. It's just more kids with glasses. I'd shove these into lockers. Look at me. I am a jock. Next, we have Glasses B. The statement still carries. But I really like Spring. His design's awesome. Next, we have Benches 4, Ronan. I noticed. Ooh, you have Little. I was going to say that you don't have Phil Noir, but you have Little. I absolutely love Little. He's one of my favorite Inazuma 11 2 players. So you know what? For that, yes. All of the wins. Benches, bloody hell, there's a lot of Benches teams. You have Daltrey. Daltrey's alright. Medusa. Medusa's got such an underwhelming design for being based on literally Medusa. Some of these designs are dreadful. What is Ingnam? What? No. Next, Phil Noir. They've finally done it. This is the best one. This is the best one. Well, if they had Little, it'd be... They have Koala. They have Heracles. This is the best one. Oh my god, we're skipping. Wait, are we? No, we're not. They just went small. Inazuma 09. Wits, Rhyme. Again, already spoken on that matter. Soundtown, Mercury, specifically Epsilon Prime Mercury. Sure. Random. It is random, I'll be honest. Smith, Waxen, Heelan. I love Heelan so much. This is a great team. I really like this team. I mean, obviously, I've spoken my piece on Rhyme, but it's not like I dislike Rhyme. I just don't really like the hair. So, you know what I mean? This is a great team. Yeah, no, I really like it. For an Inazuma 09, like Inazuma 2 style All-Stars team, it's sick. I really like it. Cutesy A. Yeah. Indio Royal. Combination of Redux and Royal 1. I would say that I would much rather have Little on there over Belter, because I absolutely love Little. He's from Royal Redux, isn't he? I think so. Hatch, Sanford, King, Swing, Stonewall. Yeah, I mean, you can't really argue. Is there anyone you look at this team and you go, I guess Gus Martin. You could make an argument for Gus Martin being in this, probably instead of Belter. But aside from that, there's not really a whole lot of criticisms I think you can make of this team. Young Inazuma. I included this one just because they are, I guess, a competition route team. They ever show up in a non-competition route matter. I like them. I mean, I can't really criticize the choices here. Whose design do I like the least? I don't know. I actually like all of their designs. I mean, Nathaniel looks like a drawing I would do, like, I don't know, when I was 7. But I kind of respect that. So you know what? Fair enough. Oh my, they keep going small. It keeps throwing me. Bloody photo gallery. Grown Ups. Oh, I mean, terrible film. But is it actually? I haven't seen Grown Ups in years. Maybe it holds up. But I love Firepool. So this is what? Secret Service and Street Sallies? Yeah. The Street Sallies, I mean, yeah. There should be a better mix, especially near the front. Because what? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the top screen. While primarily Street Sallies are on the bottom screen. They need to mix these better. I don't know why. I don't like the idea of it basically just being half and half. I think you know what I mean? There should be a bit of a mix. So, no. Grown-ups, you're not doing it for me. This is, we have Japanese text. Okay, this looks like it's just an Alias team. It's an alright selection of Alias characters. What is Wits? Why is Wits in the defense? Dreadful team. What is Wit? What is this defense? Alias have defenders. What are you on about? Strange guys A. Well, deer isn't a guy. He's a literal deer. Unless he is a guy. I guess that is a bit strange. Trog. Yeah. You know what? Fair. This team, it does make the criteria. Strange guys B. Kendrick doesn't feel like he's that strange. He just kind of looks badass. Gambit, Stickman. Yeah, no, there are some strange. There are some players here, though, that I'd say you look cool more than you look strange. Like Kogan. Look at Kogan. He looks awesome. Benches. Oh, there's more of these bloody Benches teams. Bog, Cash, Raccoon, yeah. You all belong on the bench. We have the Raydark All-Stars here. Are these really the Raydark All-Stars? Like, how do you have the Raydark All-Stars, but you don't have Sanford? That is just a bit strange. Same with Joe King. Surely you put Joe King over Poseidon in this situation. Cute CB. Yeah. Next we have the little team. These are all little fellas. Grengo isn't a defender. Are there really not that many little defenders that you've got to put Grengo down there? That feels strange. Next we have the masked men. They are the Spoor. That's dangerously close to my name. Maybe that's me behind the mask. That's what the mask is. Next we have the masked men B. Long, Stinger, Haywood. Yeah, I mean, they're all wearing masks. Is Fierce wearing a mask or is he just wearing goggles? I feel like he's just wearing goggles. What a sham. Cohill isn't even wearing a mask. Is he wearing... I guess he was wearing a mask. Why is his eyebrows over the mask? Is that painted on? And so, if so, that's not a mask. Terrible team. Next we have Front and Back Kings. What does this even mean? It's a Royal Cloistered Divinity team. Why is it called the Front and Back Kings? What? I don't... Oh, because it's Cloister at the front and Royal at the back? I'm baffled. What? But now they've reversed it. I'm baffled. Next we have the foreign students. Yeah, they're all... Krog Crockett is a foreign student. This is like some law. Do you reckon they all went to the same school, or do they all go to different foreign schools? Team Inazuma A. I love the Aurelia pick. She's one of my favorite players for some reason. Miles, Kurd, Omaton. He's cool. Tighthead, Pan, no mates. Oh. Wow. Poor guy's called No Mates. That's really sad. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool selection of, like, those, like, random, interesting players you scout in Inazuma 1 because you feel like they're cool. And Aurelia, who is in Inazuma 2. But you know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of thing where it's like, oh, I want a different player for this Inazuma 1 playthrough. Let's get the same Omaton player that every other player gets. You know what I mean? It's that kind of vibe. I love Paul Peabody, though. The card. This is a great team. They just look really cool. Look at Pogue. Look at Snap. Snap looks like he's about to kill a man. I really respect that. Rymon Subs B. This is the one that has... There's also the team where they're all Dark Emperor's versions, isn't there? But, you know what I mean? It's the same team. They're just, I guess, sometimes evil. It's a cute team. I like the fact that this team exists. It's a team, obviously, with all the players who were injured for Inazuma 11 2, plus the managers. It's cute that you can use the managers. What is this? National Team A. Oh, this is cool. Hills, Leave, Fake. Yeah, there's not any picks here I don't like, to be fair. What is Maxi's ear? Oh, it's the thing, isn't it, in your ears? Yeah, I'm with you. I'm following you, Maxi. National Youth A. Okay, so this is just out of every player, but specifically young people, I guess. Hero does look 35. This is where I fall on this. What is Stonewall doing up front? You have Willie Glass right there. Put him up front, you cowards. Hera, Gorilla, this is National Youth B. Walden, at least there's no, like, absolute horrific positioning here, like there is in the last one. So you know what? This is a better team because at least they've actually know what they're doing in terms of, like, the manager actually has an idea. Inazuma 11 3 time, we're going to have to start picking up the pace because, my God, there are, like, a lot more teams in this one. There's, like, almost double the amount of teams in this one than there was in the Inazuma 11 2 section. So, here we go. International All-Stars. Yeah, you're a bunch of all-stars, aren't you? Monstro, Acuto, Reef, Drago, Keats, yeah. The defense is a bit lacking. I don't know, the defense isn't, like, saying to me all-stars. If what we're going for is all-stars, the defense isn't screaming all-stars to me. But I much prefer the top half. Ninjas, a go-go. Yeah, this is actually a much better version of Shuriken, to be fair. I love the inclusion of a player literally called Shuriken. Like, that adds so much to it. This is Africa's team. Africa Continental team. I like it. I mean, it says a lot about the fact that I should play Inazuma 11 3 more, that I don't recognize half of these players. But I like them. I think they have cool designs. I especially love the guy down here who has, like, wings on his head. That's awesome. Next, we have the American team. I want to take a sip of water while I look at this American team. Yep, American. They are all... I mean... Well, it's America, but it's like all of America, which is obviously 2 continents. So they're breaking some rules, but I guess it's a rule they've set themselves. So can they break their own rule? I have no idea. I like the team. They do all look American. They've actually nailed that vibe. Yeah, no, a lot of these, yeah, they do look very American. This is Angels and Gods. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That is what it is. I can't argue with that. Who would have I liked to... I would have liked to have seen Hermes, I guess. I don't know why. But for some reason, I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking it needs Hermes. Next, we have another Chaos. Oh, this is really cute. I just like this concept a lot. The fact that it's the players who didn't make Chaos. I think that's a sick concept. And this is another Colors. What? Oh, because they're pink? What? I don't get it. This is the Asian team. I love some of these choices. Again, the defense feels lacking, but I guess that's more to do with the fact that Inazuma 11 hates defenders more than anything else. So I'm not going to criticize it too much for that. But overall, I actually really like this team. I like the fact they didn't include Torch and Gazelle because they don't really count. But I guess if you're doing an Asian team, you could... Because they're not Korean, are they? Are they? I don't remember the law. Next we have... Is this another Asian team? I think this is just another Asian team. It's a worse Asian team. Yeah, it's just kind of... I love the goalkeeper, though. I love his, like, whole thing. Next, we have Beautiful Team. This is beautiful players. Yeah, this is the kind of team that I would expect a viewer to send in because it's, like, all the, like, the really cool, pretty players. So it checks out. Blizzard Bomber. So these are players who are in Inazuma 11 2 Blizzard, I'm assuming, and Inazuma 11 3 Bomber, I'm assuming. Cool. I like it. Again, so many of these teams, the defense is lacking. This is Celebrities. What does that even mean? Celebrities? So they're, like, famous? Or do they just have the famous celebrity look to them? Because I would agree with that, to be fair. A lot of these... Look at that goal. Who is that goalkeeper? He's tremendous. Next, we have Champ 2000. Oh, this is the Spanish champs. I think this is just kind of Red Matador. But, like, because Spain won 2010... Was it World? What was it in 2010? I don't remember. But because Spain won it... They got this team, which is kind of Red Matador with a cool other kit. They were in the quiz. You should watch the quiz video. It's Red Matador. Next, we have Champion. So this is just kind of cool players, I assume. I love the fact Scion, Blaze, Gazelle, and Torch are a brilliant front three because they just kind of like have the same kind of vibe. So I actually really like that. Why Malcolm is in the midfield, I don't know. But again, I kind of respect that. I don't think it's stuff like Caleb Stonewall playing up front I don't respect. Specifically Malcolm in your midfield, I do respect. This is a team where I can't exactly tell. It's apparently a kickers team, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing a theme. And so I just kind of go, it doesn't... The designs are just all a bit like all over the place. I like the guy who is literally just a pig. Like he's snuck in there. Next we have Cute Stars. They are the cutie pies. Ooh. Taken off, again, someone's Nokia. Mole, Caburn, Sand. Yeah, cool. I don't really know what to say about like the cute teams. Dark Angel too. Again, it's kind of the chaos thing, but with Dark Angel. Like I said, I absolutely love the idea. When I'm looking at this team though, I am going, oh yeah, no, I get why you guys weren't picked. Yeah, no, there are some designs in here. Yeah. Oh my god, the pig guy's back. For demon faces. Yeah, no, to be fair, all of these faces could give me nightmares. Look at the... I'm sorry, this pig guy is a new favorite of mine. Doppers, I love this. It's all the players with 2 versions. And I love the fact that they ran out of players with 2 versions. So they just put in... Well, actually, no, wait. So they've got most of just the 2 versions here. Like, they've got the 2 Judes, the 2 Shawns, the 2 Devalans, the 2 Jordans. But then they've just got the 1 Xavier, the 1 Nathan, the 1 Thomas Phelps. So it does kind of feel like they've ran out of players, but I don't know. I like it. It's a cool concept, so I'm going to give them it anyway. El Machos. Yeah, fair. They do... I guess if the vibe here is they all look like they could do wrestling. I mean, I don't know what Glasses up there's doing, but I guess he could wrestle. They all do look like they could wrestle, so I'll give them that. Next, we have the European team. This is a sick team. I have no idea. I just learned about bloody blue hair in the top, the striker, and he looks awesome. He looks so awesome. Also, I've been told I look like the guy next to him, Philip Owen, I think. People have told me I look like him. What do we think? I think I could pull it off. I love this team. Europe, it's another European team. This is a much worse European team, but Europe, I've got to give them their dues. This is Fantasies. I love Brave so much. The striker with the, like, again, the kind of bluish hair who, like, genuinely looks like an RPG protagonist. I think his name's Brave, or it's like Hero, whatever it is. I love him so much. So, yes, I also love the idea of a team that is just... Why does that look like Mark Evans, but he, like, trained for 15 billion years? You know what I mean? You know what I'm on about, the one with the headband? I love it. We have Fire Sparks. This is a similar thing to the Blizzard Bomber team. Again, it's kind of cool. Neptune, I found a newfound appreciation for. Some weird placements of players, like what Torch is doing in the midfield, but generally I quite like it. Next, we have the Caleb Stonewall heads. What about these? Oh, because they all have mohawks. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. Next, we have the Group A selection with Jude, Paolo, Philip Owen. He made it. He made it. Edgar is the midfielder. Bold. But Philip Owen made it. That's all that matters. I like this team. I actually really like this team. I like a lot of the designs here. The only one who really isn't doing it for me is the defender. The other defender. You know what I mean? The defender who is next. Like the other centre-back who isn't Thiago Torres. But aside from that, I actually love all of these designs. Next, we have the Group B team. It's cool. They've got Blue Hair Man. Never mind. Perfect team. Absolute. Actually, I actually really like this team. Yeah, no, I do. There are some designs here I'm not particularly keen on, but for the most part, I really like this team. It turns out Inazuma 3 might actually be a goated game. This is like the Elements, Hurricanes. They've got Zephyr, so they've got like the electric guy. There are some surprisingly boring choices, but like all the ones where it does feel like they were chosen because they're Elements do look really cool, so I'll give them that. Next, we have Sparks. Ikemen Sparks. This is kind of a bit of a boring team. I quite like some of the... Like, I really like the bottom half of the team. Actually, I do quite like this team. But, again, it's just a bit like a... Oh, look, it's a competition route team with cool characters. We've seen 50 of these already. Inazuma 10. It's another one of these teams. yeah, this is a decent selection of some random players and obviously some important players. I can't really fault it. Next we have Inazuma Legends. This is, I guess, meant to be like really sick players. I would like to have seen the defenders a bit, like a few more big boy picks. If we're really going for a name like Inazuma Legend. Like, obviously Archer Hawkins is there, but the other three defenders don't really do a whole lot for me. I mean, Alan Sumner's, I actually quite like that pick. Same with the Mask Guy. It's just Sharkhead, who I'm not particularly keen on. Next, we have, it looks like a, what is this kind of team? I'm not sure. But the defense is brilliant. So I give it respect. Keeper Stars, brilliant. It's a team of just goalkeepers. And you know what? They've actually kind of nailed it in terms of when I look at a goalkeeper, I think they could play that position. They've actually kind of nailed it. So you know what? Respect. That guy, absolutely, out of all the keepers, would be the striker. So I respect that. Next, we have Karago. Neptune, like I said, I found a newfound appreciation for. This looks like a bit of a chaos-ishy team. Or, yeah, okay. I don't mind it. I don't feel any particularly strong way about it. Level Go. I don't really get this team. I think it's like meant to be like level 5 inspired. But Millie Moonlight, Eugene Conwell. I mean, there's just a few players here where you're like, oh, yeah, you exist. I don't feel any particular strong way about this team. It's all right. It's not great. Next, we have Masquerade. They are like, well, let's check. Are they all wearing actual masks? They are. They are wearing masks. Let's go. Well done, Inazuma 11. Moe. It's a girls' team. Some of these girls do look identical. Like, their faces. It's like they only have to do one girl face for some of these. But you know what? This is a decent selection of Inazuma 11 girls. Monsters. Aw. Poor guys. Okay, I'm sorry. You've got definitely some monsters here. There's a man who is literally just a pig. What is bloody got a basket on his head doing here? Is he a monster because he's got a basket on his head? I could put a basket on my head. It doesn't mean I'm a monster. I'm still the same person inside. Next, we have Nanibe Senbatsu. This is a pretty boring theme. I don't get the theme. So maybe there's a theme here I'm missing. But for the most part, this is a pretty boring theme. The Power Rangers, brilliant. I mean, I love the fact that Inazuma just has Power Rangers. I think that's brilliant. Neo Raimon, this is the Inazuma movie Raimon, which I just think is really cool. Like, it's a cool thing to put in the game. You know what I mean? I like the fact that you put in the game the bloody Neo Raimon. Come on, that's awesome. This is Otaku, specifically with Willy and his brother in it. And that is, again, one of those, like, brilliant little ideas where it's like, come on, this is perfect. This is what I mean. This, for me, is a perfect competition route team. Not, like, obviously you've got some which are, like, the cool selection of cool players. But then you've got this, which is, what if Otaku had Willy and Isaac Glass in it? It's a genius idea. I absolutely love it. Next, we've got the Bombshells. Another selection of girl players. I like Earth. I like Agent M. I like Willow. There's a few good players here. For the most part, I generally quite like this team. I don't know if it's my favorite of the girls' teams so far, but I do quite like it. Next, we've got, is this just the front? Have the front and back kings snuck in again? Get out of here. Penguin. Now we're talking. These, I'm assuming, are all players who use penguin moves. That's kind of brilliant. If that's what it is, that's brilliant. But I don't know if that's what it is because then you've got the guy from Knights of Queen. So I'm not sure. This is like a clown team. That's kind of cool. It's like a circus team. I love that. I love the fact that Inazuma 11 has all these scouts that they can just kind of go, yep, we're going to do a clown-themed team. Why not? The Piston. So this is like the music. Yeah, I mean, this is just a brilliant little nod. Again, a cool idea for a competition route team. You're kind of nailing it. And this is another brilliant one. It's Little Gigants plus Raimon. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I hope there's another one of these. I can't remember. This is another Alias-themed team. Like, it's just Alias members. It's a pretty cool selection. Yeah, it's an alright. Is Pandora a defender? I feel like she isn't. It's a pretty decent selection. If Pandora isn't a defender, I do feel like you should have someone who is actually a defender because there's enough Alias players to do that. I don't know. I like it. It's a good selection of players. This is Relations. Oh, it's like brothers. And Mark Evans. Oh, Mark and Cannon. I get it. Jude and Celia, Sean Frost, because he's a brother. RQ and Isa, are they siblings? Is that a thing? I feel like that is a thing. Now I think about it, I feel like that is actually a thing. These are pirates. Brilliant. Again, what a fantastic idea. What if we took all of our, like, took 11 scouts who are pirate themed, The fact that you have 11 pirate themed scouts is just brilliant by itself. I love it. Next we have the Shin. So this is looks like an international all-stars type deal team. There's so many of these that I just kind of have to go, yeah, sick. Mark Kruger is a big miss here though. I will say that. Skill stars. What makes these guys particularly skillful? Oh, we've got buff Mark Evans here though, so that's fine. South America, this is the South America team. It's alright, I don't mind it. I quite like it. Very, some decent picks here. Yeah, no, I don't mind the team. I think it's a decent team. I guess, how much is there actually to go off with the South American teams? Yeah, I mean, Thiago, I don't know actually what the formation will be. I'm assuming it's a, 5 at the back type deal or whatever. And that's why Thiago is, for some reason, looks like he's playing defensive midfielder. But I don't mind it. Space Boys. I love this. Again, what if we took the people who look like they'd be straight out of a sci-fi movie? Some of these, I think, are a bit of a reach. Mighty, does Mighty really... I mean, maybe. Kelp, Persona, Stickin'. Yeah, for the most part. Lovelace, I'm not sure. I feel that's the weakest out of those kind of teams we've seen. The Specials. Okay. I don't really get it, but it's a decent selection of players. Speedstar, I love it. Again, it's brilliant. Let's take 11 players who look like they would do F1. Fantastic. Why do we need this many helmet-themed Inazuma 11 players? I don't know, but I love it. The Super Animals, again, brilliant. I feel like if you're going to make a team like this, you put in a player... You know what I mean? I think Eagle's a bit of a weak choice here, because Eagle is just wild. Fair enough, Koala, who kind of looks like a koala, and Lion, who does kind of look like a lion. But then there's Eagle, who I feel like is just kind of the weak link here of... He doesn't really look like an eagle. Next, we've got Takabis. It's another girls' team. It's one with alias players. See, I like that. To the point where I wish they could just make the team all alias players. But obviously, I understand. So, again, it's cool, but I would have loved to have seen them fully commit. But I guess they can't. So, fair enough. Team Higashi Shinon. Don't really get the theme. Pretty boring selection of players. Probably one of my least favorite teams so far. Team Nishinon. Oh, we've got a contender for the most boring team so far. The Gentle Giants. Love it. Again, what a brilliant idea. Let's just take the big boy players. Brilliant. Next, we've got the Bro. It's another sibling team, but I can't respect it because they're missing one of the Murdoch brothers. 11, what? You're missing one of the Murdoch brothers. No, that's awful. Horrible team, worst so far. The defense, it's just all defenders. But again, they kind of nail what players look like they would play in those positions. So that's kind of awesome. Videsse is fair enough, probably the defender who most looks like he would be a forward. So they nail that. The Fires, it's just a fire team. It's a cool fire team. Surprised there's no Axel Blaze, but I like that because it means we get more interesting picks. Like Dylan Keats. I love that. Dylan Keats is such an underrated Inazuma 11 character. We've got the forwards. I don't think they pull off the illusion of this looking like an actual team as well as, say, the one that we just like, the keepers and the defenders. It's alright. The keepers, is this another keepers one? Hector Helio obviously makes sense as a forward because he has X-Blast. But for the most part, this is just I don't think they really pull off the illusion here. These kind of teams I'm judging on, do they pull off the illusion of this looking like an ordinary team? Because, you know what I mean? I think that's just kind of cool. That's just kind of neat. This one almost does. It almost does. Yeah, the goalkeeper, definitely. I don't know if I'd ever believe that Swing was a centre-back, though. I think that's a hard illusion to buy. The Mountains. This is a decent selection of Earth players. The Strikers, surely there's a better choice than whoever that is, the purple hair guy. Surely. I don't know what Tale of the Toaster's doing here. You know what I mean? The guy on the right wing. It's just Tale of the Toaster. Next, we've got the Windies. What a brilliant name. What a brilliant name. And it's an alright team. There really aren't that many Wind goalkeepers, huh? It's so interesting to see what positions there just aren't a lot of in that certain element. The Woods. I wish it was called the Woodies. That would be brilliant. Mark Kruger, Paolo Bianchi, Eric Eagle. It's all right. Graham Kick is wood. That really surprised me. I also really like the design of the right back, the green hair guy. There are some designs here I actually really like. Tiny Girl is specifically a team of small girls. I'm not going to say anything. Under 12, again, I guess Austin Hobbs is like 12, isn't he? That's so weird to think about. Like, that's so strange, the fact he fits into this team. It's a cool idea for a team, though. This is it's basically just the team we looked at for Inazuma 11 2. They've also now got Kami, which, fair enough. That warrants the team being here again. World, so it's just kind of it's another bloody international all-stars team. Oh, they're all right. Zet's the wrong crowd. I was going to try and read the Japanese name and then realize that the dub name is right there. Sunny Cinders, dude, guy, and they've also got him next, Archer Hawkins. That's brilliant. That is fantastic. What a brilliant selection. There is so, I also love the fact that I'm looking at the wrong crowd and I can hear police sirens. Like, that is hilarious. Zodiac. It's a selection of basically the most, you know what I mean when I say the most designed Inazuma 11 3 scouts. Like, all these players were designed, which I respect. Virgo is cool, like Lion. I'm assuming if you look at these, they actually are all like Zodiac players, which that is really cool. This is the longest section, this next one. The Inazuma 11 GO 1 section. There are 92 teams. 92, because obviously there's no duplicates with I3, 2, 1. There are 92. So, I get to have one sentence a team for Inazuma 11 GO 1. One sentence a team. And I will say the name and we'll try and do like the theme or whatever, or a quick summary of my thought, or a player who catches my eye. But I only get one sentence. Please don't kill me if I accidentally say two. Right, so, one sentence, starting now. All scary girls. Ah! That was a terrible sentence. I like the fact that there are 11 members of this family in Inazuma 11. Like, I like the fact that they had this in the game. That's sick. That was one sentence. I'm saying other sentences trying to justify my one sentence. This is cool. All of the villains, they look very evil. Just imagine there's no grammar in these sentences. I'm just gonna have to go for it. This is obviously final bosses. It looks cool. I like all the final boss. I love the inclusion of Mountain because he looks so different to everyone else, like in terms of his vibe. It's a brilliant choice. We have the managers. They look like they could manage the team. They're not really the managers though. There's not enough managers to make a proper managers team, I guess. Hence why you have like Sue and Tori. So in that case, you've failed your assignment. Fantasy Raimon. It's like a Raimon team you'd make. It's like just a selection of Raimon players. It's just a bloody selection of Raimon players. It's a fine selection of Raimon players. Really irritates me that there's particularly adult Scotty Banyan and not any other Scotty, and not young, and there's all the other, but I guess it's in GO 1, so I can't really criticize that. There's only two players, no, there's only two players from original Raimon. It's a weird selection. Speed Gals. They look speedy. We have, whatever this team, I have no idea. I have no idea who you are. I have no idea. The Raging Furies. They look very angry. Yeah, they do look really angry. Mars, bloody hell, that is a look that could kill. The Artistes. All of these people need to get a real job. The Atlanteans. What does this even mean? Do they love the film Atlantis, the Lost Empire? I guess they're all like earthy. I don't know what your theme is. The Goalie Spirits. You're all goalkeepers. I see it though. I see the vision. Stop putting small players at centre back. It's actually going to drive me crazy. Nero is not a centre back. Oh my god, it drives me. No, I don't like that. Scoring Soldiers. They all look vaguely soldiery. I guess. The kit does a lot of work here. Does House look vaguely soldiery? Is that two small players at centre back? I'm not even gonna. The Blockheads. They all have blocky heads? No, they don't. What are you on about? Oh, they're just defenders? No, they're not. They're not even just defenders. What is the play here? The Bobcats. I hate these names so far. I hate them. The Inazuma 11 3, there were themes for each bloody team, and it made sense. And now I'm looking at a team called the Bobcats. Do they all have... Oh, they all have bobs. I guess they all have bobs. I don't really know what a bob is, but I guess they all have bobs. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. The Chroniclers, they're all like fantasy-esque, brave. Oh, it wasn't, I guess it wasn't brave before. I'm stupid. They all look like, okay, judge them off the criteria. Could they be in a fantasy story? Yes. The Specs, nerds. The Squares, nerds. The Lilliputian, what? They're all small. Oh, that means small centre backs. It's fine. They're all really small. Yeah. Are they... Okay, the criteria for this team. Are they small? Yes. The Cyber Kicks. Why is Soul here? It's like half like a hacky robot-y team, and then you've just got Soul Daystar there. I don't get it. I like it, but why is Soul Daystar there? This is the extra stars. It's like the extra bonus players. I actually really like this idea for a team. Yeah, no, I really like this idea for a team. I like it. I really like it. Fake blonde. It's not fake though. They do. No, I guess they don't all have blonde hair. Do they? They got like yellowish hair. This is weird. I guess. Okay, so it's players who kind of look blonde but not really. What? Huh. They're in fashionables. Why? Because they all look strange? I guess so. They do all look strange, so I'll give them that. The Go-Go Goals. What does that mean? They go get the goals? Which Inazuma 11 player doesn't do that, or doesn't want to do that? Kicker, Brave, Toasty. I'm noticing a lot of like repeats. Like Toasty's beating, I feel like, quite a few teams so far. Dream's an awesome player though. The Go-Go Kids. Why is Lancer here? I love Tortoise. Tortoise is one of my favourite players. Why is Kruger in your defence? The Les Gormans. Oh, it's like food-themed players. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Look at some of these. Look at Dogfish. The On your headers, it's players with hats. Or a mask? Headbands. Okay, so it's like players with some form of headgear. Baze is such a cool player. I used to use Shutter in Inazuma 11 GO. I loved it. I loved him. They do all have headgears. I can't argue with that. The heroines. So it's all like girls who look like they could be heroes. Yes. The eyeshadows. Oh my god. It's brilliant. But how do you not have Sam in here? Was Sam not in Inazuma 11 GO 1 then? Sam must have been in Inazuma 11 GO 1. Because otherwise, how are you not having Sam in your team? The dark side. It's all players who have been under Ray Dark, but there's also Minion. Because otherwise, the Minion Gabrini pick is just, like them is a weird contrast. So I'm going to assume it's all players to do with Ray Dark, but there's also Minion. Fair. The Revolutionaries, like the Revolutionaries. So okay, and there's a lot of. The defense is weak. The defense isn't screaming to me, but again, Inazuma does kind of ignore defenders, so that's fair. Group Schiller, the fact that Friedrich was here has caused so many theories online. I love it. The long shots. It's players specifically with long shots. It's genius. The Stratospherics. So it's like a bunch of spacey flounder. What? I feel like there's a spacey vibe to the team, but I'm not sure. And because of that, it's confusing. It's like atmosphere players. I don't know. I like it, but I feel like I'm not fully getting it. The rush hours. It's like fast players. Barra Kicker X is a great set of names. Go Lightly. Yeah, they all look fast. Gordon, running down the wing. Got it. The same olds. Bowler, Noki, Fauna, Longfei. I don't get why they're called the same olds. Do they look old? The Sundancers. Their films would premiere at the Sundance Film Festival. What about them is Sundancey? I don't know. Moss is such a cool player. I need to make a team with Moss as my keeper. The Feral Fullbacks. Are they all fullbacks? No, they just look all animal themed. What about these animals is fullbacky? What? I'm overthinking it, I know. But we're looking for the perfect competition route team. Breezy on the eyes. Yeah. What does that even... Oh, they're all like... They all look like their hair has been breezed, like, gone through breeze. What does that even mean? The feudalists. They're all feudals. I'm losing my mind. I'm actually... We're only on Go 1 and I'm losing my mind. Oh, the illusions. It's all like magic players. I love Klops. Look at that. That's brilliant. That's such a great idea for a player. Titan, the illusions. Here we go. Now here's a team. The Fireballs. They're fiery, but not really. I don't get it. Potty. Oh, I've lost my mind. Sword, Daystar, and Torch, though, is a fantastic front two. Like, a brilliant front two. And also, like I said, I'm warming to Neptune. Get it? Warming. Chaos Angel Zero. Well, that is the worst name I've heard in my entire life. But I like the idea. I also love the fact that you've randomly got two of those, like, not even the zero players, but specifically the you know what I mean? Like, the weird zero extra players. Like, the adults. I don't know what to call them. I don't remember what their name is. They're odd choices, but for the most part, I like this team. Though, wait, was just to you don't have Gazelle though, which is a strange pick. Yeah, not having Gazelle but having Charcoal instead. I don't like that. The Checkmates B, it's specifically so it's Dragon Link players plus the chess players. Why do the chess players exist? Why? Did they get bored? Did they realize, oh god, we don't have enough ideas. Let's do some chess players. Let's do specifically as many as humanly possible. And this is the same thing. It's like Dragon Link players plus specifically the white chess players. Yeah, it's all right. Social climbers. What does that mean? They're all Earth players, but the way that you say social climbers just makes them feel like they're really needy, or they're trying to like climb the social ladder. But as an Earth team, Bale is an awesome choice, and I actually quite like it. So as an Earth team, it does pass the test. Social Climbers L is another Earth team. Roma feels like it should be a bit further forward, maybe, if I'm being insanely nitpicky. But they have Shutter up front, so I can't fault it. The Iceburns. What a brilliant name for a team. I also really like this team. But I'm confused why TV is there, but he's cool. So you know what? I respect it. The Fifth Sectarians. That is a brilliant name for a Fifth Sector only team. Cronus in defense. I don't know what to say to that, but I respect it. The Emeralds. They're all green. Gecko, Caterpillar. His name is Caterpillar. Oh my god. Go 1 is maybe the best Inazuma Eleven game. The hair is all green. I can't argue with that. The Obsidians. Okay. It's like ancient. So it's Ancient Darkness plus Dragon Link. It's a fair mix. I just don't get it. I don't get why this is a competition route team specific. Also, why they called the Obsidians. There's surely a better name out there than the Obsidians for Ancient Dark plus Dragon Link. The Greats. Gaza. What is the... So it's like the bonus... It's special players, kind of. I like it. I like the... Tassia, his design's really cool. I like it. I like the family. We've been over the family, but I really like the family. I just wish that some of the family... Because there are more of the family, right? Surely you put some of the family amongst the front 5. I don't know. Inazuma the Great. Again, Friedrich being here, it raises so many questions. Why is he this important? Same with there. Why is there so important? What are they doing there? The top... the Top Glades S. So this is like the wood team. It's an alright wood team. The midfield feels a bit weak. But it's an alright wood team. It feels like it is showing how little wood players there are, though. But I guess there is an S, so I'm assuming that yeah, so see, now... Jude, though, is Jude air or is Jude wood? I always thought Jude was wood. Maybe I'm wrong. Lucian, Partinus, Charity. See, the defense here is significantly worse than... Though I guess it's just Ator. Why is Gabby in both? Surely you mix up Gabby. Surely. Ricardo. Okay, so this is the Supreme Guards. So what is this? Is this all defenders? I assume this is all defenders. I mean, I don't really... It's a bit of some boring picks here. No, I'm not too keen on the Supreme Guards, actually. Celestial Sanctum, it is 0 players plus... No, it's not 0, because Throb isn't. I guess it's meant to showcase the, like, 0 people. The 0 adults, as we've established they are called. And you know what? It establishes them good. Some of the other choices are a bit random. Why is Bunny here? The Infernal... Oh, this is them, but the... Which one do I prefer? I think I prefer the Infernal Sanctum because I think they have that edge to them more. The Saints Way pick. So, okay, this is an All-Stars team. Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can really get more All-Starry than this. Again, the defense is showing how much Inazuma 11 hates defenders. Specifically past... Like, IE1 has a bunch of, like, interesting defenders. Then they just kind of throw that idea away. The Manifestations. I hate Manifestations. I hate the idea of it. So this name really bugs me. But as far as like all-star-ish teams goes, this is actually probably one of the best I've seen. Though Houdini as a defender is a ballsy pick. Informal. One of these guys is informal. What does this even mean? The Flea Kings. I don't get it, but they're all insects. Obviously, they're all insects. Yeah, that makes sense. Not the flea kicks. Ladies picks. So these are like pretty ones. Sure. Get in there, Uranus. I'm proud of you, son. The Rising Stars. Okay. They're all right. Do they look like they're rising? Sure. The anti-heroes. See, this is a team I really like. It's a team of players who genuinely look like they could be anti-heroes. Now we're getting back to what made the IE3 competition route teams so interesting. Good themes that make you go, why are there so many of these? See, this is just a selection of Inazuma 11 players. You know what I mean? Like, this is just, oh, the team is called National Thunder. Let's just put on a bunch of IE3-ish players. It's kind of boring. Those Isaac as the striker is really cool. The solely goalies, I mean, aside from being the greatest name I've heard in my entire life, this is, again, it's missing that IE3 vibe to it. Was it IE3 or IE2? I don't remember. Where these kind of position teams looked, you know what I mean? The players kind of look like they fitted that position. This here just looks like you've stuck a bunch of goalkeepers around on a pitch. And same with this, though. Which one do I prefer? I like the one that has Saturn on it. I guess I do have to go with L. The middlers, again, I'm assuming these are yes. So looking at these two, again, it's just a lack of care put to where these players are. Though Rhea does look like a midfielder. Oh, I guess because she is a midfielder. That makes sense. Or he is a midfielder, I don't know. But I'm just not convinced by these changes. Like, no, I mean, maybe. The middle is slightly better than the goalies one. The good karmas. What does this even mean? Dilly? Sally? Amy? Aaron? It's missing. I'm disappointed in these compared to the IE3 ones. Like the Neo Elements, these are just players. It's just Inazuma 11 players. Raimon A. Okay, this makes more sense because this is at least. But even here, Raimon Alias United, but you don't have enough Alias players to actually make it feel like a Raimon Alias United instead. So it's just kind of Raimon. Oh, but Janice, Zine, and Devalin are here. Why is Janice up front? Janice is a midfielder. I don't know. I don't like... these compared to IE3 are going so weak. Raimon Exa. Why? Okay, so it's Raimon, but without Arian and JP, and instead Hugh and Shun. Why are Hugh and Shun the two forwards? That's hilarious. This is the best team so far. Raimon United. It's... Again, so it's Raimon with Jim and Todd and Kevin and Steve. Okay, this is slightly better. What's Quinny doing here? It's slightly better, but it's still... Yeah, you know what? I respect this. This is the reserves. So now we're just kind of looking at some... I'm just going to go... The reserves. We've seen so many reserve bench players. They're all right. It's teams that, I guess, kind of by design are going to look boring. Because it's the boring players who didn't make it onto the main team. Stormy Shadows. What does this even mean? I don't like it. Compared to IE3, which had those clear themes, those clear committed themes, it's just missing that. Luminaire, though this is, I guess, a light versus darkness type deal, which is kind of cool, but even then it feels half-arsed. The Luminaries, this is like all like light players. This I quite like. See, this is cool. It's a bunch of, oh wait, no, this is just Eternal Light. This is just Eternal Light, but with Dragon Link players. I will say this, it does blend together very well. The sick-offs, they're all sick players. Was Xavier sick? Was he? Surely he put Sol Daystar there. Why are you saying that Gil looks sick? That's fair. I like this team. Again, this is more though the vibe. I don't think it does it completely right, but this is more so the vibe of you know what I mean, making a team where it's like 11 players, where it's like you'd probably never put these guys together, but here we go. Like, you know, in terms of like there being a theme though, the sparring roles. This is just a collection of players. Though I guess it's like an adult players, so that's kind of cool. Supreme Guards. What is this? I'm assuming this is, I don't know what this is. Is this like all defenders, or is this just players? I don't know. It's kind of boring though. The tough tacklers. So I'm assuming this is all defenders, or no? I swear Bobby is a forward. No, this is just. What is this? Oh, this is the strikers team, but they're called the tough tacklers for some reason. I was gonna say, yeah, this is the strikers team. This does kind of look more like, this is more along the lines of what I'm talking about when I say players like when they look like they could play in those positions. Lin could absolutely be a goalkeeper, and I wouldn't bat an eyelid. I didn't bat an eyelid. Tool. It's all players who look like tools. Fantastic. The complete right idea. The Technicolors. I love it. It's all very colourful players. The Ancients. It's all very ancient players. See? We're getting there. The perfect games. What? What does that even mean? The ultimate? Is it just cool players? Boring. 3 Rymons. Okay, let's count how many Rymons there are. What? Who even are half of these players? Why are you called 3 Rymons? Where are the Rymons? Is this another Rymon, but they have specifically terrifying looking players? Absolute zero. It's 0 with Dragon Link and the bloody adults they keep trying to shove into teams. You know what? There was always going to be a 0 Dragon Link version. Yeah, I quite like it. Why Bylong has been put down to the defense? Sorry, the midfield. Whilst Gull is up front? No idea, but fair enough. And that is all the Go 1 teams, which means we can start looking at the Chrono Stones teams, of which there is actually quite a bit less, you would never guess. First up, we have the Crimson Hounds. This is one of the Grandfather teams. I actually really like the Grandfather teams for the most part. I think I remember. Felf is a weird choice for a goalkeeper here, but I actually really like this team. I think they are very, like, cool. Like, you know what I mean? If the whole point of the Grandfather teams is for a team where I look at it and go, then yeah, this does that. Like, this really does that. The Night Vipers. Again, this is another Grandfather team, isn't it? It's a terrifying team. Is it? Yeah, is it? Yeah, it is, because it's got Braggart. Terrifying team. I look at this, I'm literally, like, you know, I'm there. I've probably bloody shat myself. It's a great team. Snow Weasel. This is another one, isn't it? Yeah, again, it's the same vibe. I like this. You look at the team, you get scared. This is not a Grandfather team. This is the Bakumatsu Daybreaks. I think there is a theme here, ish, but I'm not sure enough to be able to put like my finger on it. But with that being said, I quite like the team. Belladonna girls team, yeah, quite like it. Juliet Beta November, yeah, it's all right. Fantasians, again, we're looking at another fantasy team. This one's even better because it's got King Arthur on it, which I mean just kind of completes it. I will say though, Virgo is a weak choice. There were better choices than Virgo. There were better choices than actually quite a few of these choices. Actually, this might be the worst fantasy team we've seen so far because I don't know, this is probably the one I least buy all the players' fantasy things. This is an all-wood team. It's a decent all-wood team. Jim is there. I mean, come on. That's perfect. They actually put Mark Kruger as well. Oh, this is a good wood team. Heroes of the Flame. It's a good fire team. It's a really good fire team. Level 5 heroes. See, I love this team. I love the fact that you've got the level 5 heroes here. I think that's brilliant. Like, it's just a collection of level 5 players. It's a cute little nod. It's great. Victor, Axel, Jude, Ari. Like, you know what I mean? There's not even any Inazuma 11 players where you'd be like, oh, they need to be here. They just kind of nailed it. With that being said, though, it would be lovely to see one of the Yokai Watch players. I think they're on the bench, but it'd be nice to see them make the front page, the starting 11, the front page, the Orleans. It's French players. Bonjour. Yes, gorgeous. Durand, Wolf, Minstrel, Chauvin, Pignon. Yeah, no, it's a decent team. They all look very French. And I'm back in the level 5 heroes. True Legends. This is a brilliant idea for a team, by the way. To have a team which is the Mixie Max, like the original versions, to have them as a full team, brilliant idea. With that being said, though, where is Hurricane Zeta? I know they're not in Inazuma Chrono Stones, but still, where are they? 20,000 leagues. It's a Pirate Sea themed team with some good choices and some weird choices. Lovelace, I don't think should be here. Same with Seb, but I love the fact that Ade's on the team. There's some great choices here, but it's not fully great. The Chengdu Champions, yeah, it's alright. It's a decent team. Team Sharps, this is like Jude's team. Jude in defense is something that's jumping out to me immediately. But you have, oh, is this like meant to be, is it meant to be kind of like the, I mean, is this basically just the national selection B? I don't remember, but if it is, that's cool. Dead set with Simon Pegg and, okay, Dudar, Dite. It's like players like targeting, but there's not enough of them to it's like they saw Doodad and were like, let's make a team of players like Doodad, but didn't quite have enough, so you just kind of end up with a bit of an all-around team. It's alright. We have All Arms here, which it's a bit boring, but I guess looks kind of cool. Aqua Hermit. This is another Grandfather team. Again, these Grandfather teams are great because they kind of just scare me. Probably the worst one so far in terms of that fear factor, but there are some really cool choices here. I love the 2 strikers. Yeah, no, I like this team. The Bobcats. I'm not making the same mistake. They have Bobs. I feel like, is this a different Bob team or is this the same Bob team? I don't remember. They have Bobs, the Chroniclers. So this is like a similar fantasy type vibe. This is a better fantasy team. If this is King Arthur on it, this would be a better fantasy team. I'm going to say that now. Hyperion is a cool choice for a fantasy team. I like it. It's not perfect. I wouldn't even call it great, but it's all right. The Chroniclers T, Brave and Longboat, of course, make both. Lil Red is a brilliant choice for this. So is Gabrini, actually. Yeah, no, I like this team. Put King Arthur on this. I'd swap out probably Anthea. And I think you've got a perfect fantasy team. The Iceburns W. This is a really cool ice-themed team. They all look very icy, if you will. Which I guess they should, if they're the Iceburns. Which do I prefer out of these two, then? Dite's, basically, so it's Dite versus Isa. Oh, no, Isa is there. Who is even being swapped out? I'd say I prefer this one, because I prefer the Sasquatch RQ in defense. But then we have the Lilliputians. Again, they're all small. There might be some repeats. I think because Chrono Stones has some teams which are very, very similar, but slightly different. So there'll probably be some which are like very similar, but slightly different. Chrono Crisis, I like it. It's just a collection of the villains. That's really cool. These are the kind of teams I like in the competition routes. Though you do look at the defense and go, oh. The ear buddies. They're all players with those kind of like ear type deals. That's great. That is exactly what I'm on about. That is great. The Evolutionaries. So they're all like players who from the past. Why is Pain here? Such an odd choice. There are some really weird choices here. Why is Server here? Are we calling tennis a dead sport? That I can get behind. Zero Knight. This is Zero X, the werewolf vampire people. Children of the Night. Yeah, no, perfect. This is exactly the kind of thing I'm after when I look for a competition route team. Inazuma 12. So this is another. Was there Inazuma 11? Inazuma in Go 1? I don't remember. Or is this it? Why does this look different to, I don't know. Maybe it's probably just the Japanese thing. Saru, Zanark. I was saying, is this the Bloody Inazuma and Go 1 one? Like Saru and Zanark. Bloody hell, I am stupid. Yeah, it's a good selection of players. I love the Food Cake choice, the defender, the midfielder, sorry, with the blonde hair. Prizari, some great choices here. I would have loved to have seen a Grandfather. No, you're not a Grandfather player, the goalkeeper. I'd have loved to have seen a Grandfather player here, I think. Then we have these. This is Gold Bear. This is another actual Grandfather team, lo and behold. And again, it's a scary one. The defense, I think, is pretty weak here. I would have liked to have seen the defense get a bit of a shake-up. But for the most part, this is a pretty terrifying team. The Herbivores, it's basically the Duplies with Noggin. It's like green hair people, but they have Noggin and they have Hanawa. Noggin is great. Hanawa, surely there's a better choice out there. It's a cute team, though. Supreme Guards, oh god, it's more of these. It's more of these defender teams. Sean Frost up front is a missed opportunity, though I do like the Nathan pick. Surely you have a front two of Nathan and Sean. Surely. It's alright, though. I actually think this does what I wanted these kind of teams to do. I think these players do all look like they could play in those positions. Jack up front. I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not keen. Aitor up front is such a... Prezari up front. Oh, what a missed opportunity. On your headers, players with headgear. Cronus is such like a a cheap choice. Because he's got headgear. Oh, Oolong is such a cheap choice. Oh, that's such a boring choice. On your headers, I mean, there's some alright choices here, but also there are some really weak choices in terms of players who just about scrape it. The Super Heroines. Yeah, it's a cool girls team. Cool. Which one do I prefer? I think I prefer the first one. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess it's Tara and Tenny over Cutie and Jared. Yeah, I'd agree I prefer the first one. We have whatever this team is. I don't actually know. Oh, it's Wind. Wind is this team, of course. It's an alright. It's a good Wind team. It's a good Wind team. Defense is a bit boring, but I guess there aren't that many Wind defenders. Hurley Kane. Surely? Solely goalies. Mark up front. Boring. Mix it up. Have some balls. I prefer... 2. No. Yeah, I prefer this one. Vesuvian Kings. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of a cool team. Spectaculars. Shove them in lockers. Artist Willie Isaac, though, is a brilliant front three. The Middlers. Midfield. I hate these. I'm so sick of these teams. Laurel. Right, which one's better? I just screamed Laurel. Which one's better? The second one. Ricardo in goal. Boring, though. I don't know. I don't know. I thought there's some more interesting picks than the obvious. Of you know what I mean? Like they're going, oh, let's put Ricardo in net. Spiritless. Players who don't have fighting spirits? Or you can't use fighting spirits. I don't know. It's an alright team. Omega Elites. It's Protocol Omega. It's like the All-Stars version of them. Yeah, that's fine. It passes. There's no glaringly obvious picks. Unless I've missed one. Though, surely you included Perfect Cascade player. I don't know. Ragnarok Reserves. The players who didn't quite make it to Ragnarok, I assume. That's cool. That's a decent idea for a team. Owari All-Stars, also a decent idea for a team. The AI Alliance, also a good idea for a team. And the Patchwork Tilt, I don't get the idea for this team. But Ra's a cool player. Remember what? Isn't Ra like meant to be like the greatest player, goalkeeper in the game? But then he isn't. But then he is. I don't know. The Raimon under 14s, specifically, I'm assuming first years / players who are under 14. That is a cool idea for a team. I actually really like that. Sam, and I love the fact they look really young. I don't know why. Something about them all. They all look really young. The under 16s, so these are, I'm assuming, second years or third years or whatever. The police siren needs to stop going off. My God. How many crimes are happening in Liverpool right now? Cheetah, Partinus, Choi, Dolphin, Rozu, Minstrel, Quagmire, Torres, Kane, Khalil, Felt. It's alright. It's an alright set of under 16s. Yeah, looks good. Tesla Coils, or the Sparkle Knights, as they're also known. My biggest... Yeah, I like this team. I was going to say, like, my biggest issue with this team. I don't really have one, though. I actually really like this set of players. It's a really cool set of players. I would love a theme, but unless it's, like, to do with their hair. No, I can't. Don't think so. It's just a cool set of players. The Star Sisters. We've got another girls team. It's like a girls all-star team, though, which I really like. Cami, Sylvia... Tori. Would have loved to have seen some of the Go managers on here. I'd say that's probably my biggest thing. I would love to see some of the Go managers. Tough tacklers. Oh, it's these bloody strikers again. These bloody strikers. They're alright. They're alright. It's like the Wildfire one, the Thunderstorm one. It's just it's this bloody type of team. I am not too keen on it. I don't know. It just too many picks where I'm like, I just feel like I don't know, you look out of place, and I know that's kind of the point, but also at the same time, I don't know, there's something really appealing about the fact some of these teams can look like normal functioning teams, but then you go, oh wait, no, actually these are all the same position. I don't know. Sun Dancers. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get what the theme is. Like, what's a Cruise doing here? Team Blizzard. It's like a team based around Inazuma 11 2 Blizzard. RQ, Waymire, Willing, Banyan, Janice, Isa, Lays, Frost. It's an alright team. It's a good IE2 team. Willing and Puffer are two interesting choices for the defense. So is Waymire. Who the hell is Waymire? Team Blast. Oh, it's like an IE3 Bomber Blast team. That's cool. That's really cool. I like that. I like how this feels more all-starry than this. I guess it's to do with the like amount of players in the game. This is Mark's team. So this is like so these are all players to do with Mark. Well, surely a team like this has Cannon Evans on it. Surely. Team Firestorm. Yeah, again, it's interesting how little IE2 players they slap in something like this. When then you look at Team Bolt and it is literally the IE3 All-Stars plus Chirpy and Coaster. The managers. Millie is a manager, to be fair. Is there no adult Millie is a playable character in Chrono Stones? That's strange. Rosie, Baker, Goldie, Camelia, Sway, Sky. Okay, and then you've got... Oh, there isn't another manager. There's only one manager. Poor Sylvia didn't make the cut. Why don't you reverse position Sylvia? This is an Earth team. This is the Earth team. It's a good Earth team. These teams, Chrono Stones kind of nailed these elemental teams. I mean, I'm surprised there's no Mark Evans, but I actually kind of love that. They actually did. They kind of nailed these teams. The Feudalists are back, and you know what? Bears. This is Xanark FC. It's like a Xanark team. Oh, because it's Protocol Omega 3.0 mixed with Xanark's Domain. Or is it just Xanark's Domain with... No, there is a few more... Is there a few? I can't actually tell how many of these are Protocol Omega 3.0 players. I can't figure that out. But I like it. It's a cute idea. And that is all the IE2 go-to Chrono Stones players, teams. And that means that all we have left is Go Galaxy. We have about 60 in here, I think. I don't remember. But let's take a look at them. We have these ears. They're all of those ears type deal going on. I guess the emphasis with all of them is on their ears. Yeah, fair enough. They do all have big ears. Losers. The Dynamos, they've all got like those kind of heads. See, so far, nailing it with the themes. Miles better. Miles better on these themes. I love it. Big ears, long heads. We have woman. Grown-up woman. Yeah, the three things that all we should make fun of. Big ears, long heads, woman. Specifically adult woman. And next is the Battle Brothers. Oh, it's all siblings again. See? Nailing it with the theme so far. Battle Parents. Nailing it. Block Kings. Is this Defenders again? I'm going to kill a man. I'm actually going to kill a man. I'm going to kill a man. I'm not reviewing more teams, which are just the bloody positions. But, look, it's all Defenders. How cool are we? They're all Defenders. Get out. Blue eyes. They all have blue eyes. No. That's green. Horrible team. Burgess. I'm also colorblind, though, to be fair. I could be wrong. This is all the wind players. Okay. You know what? Fair enough. For a wind team, this is actually a pretty interesting wind team. You don't normally see these kind of elemental teams go this bizarre with some of their picks. But I kind of like it. Like the fact that, you know what I mean, White 4 is there. Sure, why not make him the Star Striker? Next we have the cat. Next we have, I'm never looking at one of them again. Climbs, Earth players. Again, this is an interesting elemental team. Some cool picks. I would happily use this team. Collaborations, it's players they've collaborated with. Shame that Nakata couldn't be here. That is actually a real shame. Crimson Hairs, brilliant. Fantastic idea. Let's take all the players who have crimson hair. Of course, why are there this many? I have no idea, but I love it. Cyberhack. God, they are nailing it with the theme so far. Roboty hacky vibes. Love it. Dribble Kings. Are they all midfielders? Are they all midfielders? I'm going to kill a man. Ear horns. They all have horns. It's fantastic. Oh my god, you're so close, Galaxy. Galaxy, this is why you're the best video game. Well, you're not. I choose the best, but this is why you're the second best video game. The face painters. They all have paint on their faces. They're called the fatty fats. that feels rude. But you've got Clark Van Wonderbar. That's a brilliant pick. Next, we've got the FFI Legends. Just an International All-Stars team. But you know what? We need one of those. And as far as they go, this is a good one. There's no glare. I mean, Hector Helio is surely a glaring omission. You put Blasi over Hector Helio? Bold. And the Galaxy Rivals, I love how you've got all of these like big aliens. And then you've got Landom, who I guess is also an alien. But you just look at him and you go, who is that and why is he here? The Goggle Divers, they all have goggles. I mean, it's brilliant. They're nailing this, the GP Kings. I feel like this is a team of players whose best stat is their GP, which I think is that an FP? That's such a brilliant choice. This is the Groves, the wood team. Again, it's a pretty fantastic team for a wood team because of just the bizarre choices here. The Buns, they all have headbands. Oh my god, Galaxy knows what I want and is delivering. They all have hair clips. Like, come on. Who would have thought this would be a team? It's brilliant. They all have hats. They all have headgears. They all are birds. They're all pilots. They all have scarves. They all have heads. They all have the exact same haircut, basically. Kind of. They all are all fire. It's a cool fire elemental team as well because there's all like interesting choices. Inazuma 13, we need one of these. As far as these kind of teams go, I do think this is the weakest. I just think the choices here just don't scream. Because you know what I mean? I think these kind of numbered teams, if we can call them that. You know what I mean? Like Inazuma 12, 10, 9, for example. What they were great at was kind of being a good representation of that year. You know what I mean? If we're assuming it's to represent that year, to represent that game. This, to me, doesn't do that. So I think this is the worst one by a mile. Then we have... What is this? Oh, this is like the townsfolk. Love it. This is Clark... I'm sorry. Every time I see Clark or Wonderbar in a team, it just pulls me away. Ray Dark, Aphrodite, Jude... Yeah. This is a decent team. There's a theme here. I can't put my nose on it, but I like it. Then we have the Kick Kings. Are they all forwards? I'm gonna kill a man. Then we have the Legend 1. Oh, so this is... I don't know what this is, but it's like a collection of cool players. So I'm not gonna argue too much. I think there is, because there's like a bunch of these. Legend 2. Again... But my problem with this, you have 2 of the Murdoch brothers, you don't have the third? Where is he? He's not on any of these other bloody legend there's another legend team here. He's not on this one. So where, this is like, it's not even IE1. I'm confused. What are these legend teams? I don't know, but I kind of like them. Which one's my favorite? My favorite's probably this one, to be fair. It's kind of boring and normie, but I quite like it. Oh, I like this one. I like this one probably the most, actually. Yeah, I like this one the most. Legend Resistance, it's like the adult versions of players. That's cool. Then we have the long hair. See, it's perfect. Let's put all the players in the team who have long hair. Fantastic. The Lucky Kings. I'm assuming this is players whose best stat is luck. The Macho Muscles, all muscular players. Again, brilliant. The Masked Warriors. Do they all have masks? Yes, they do. Brilliant. The Midstar. Okay, that feels a bit harsh. But they have Lars. Oh, it's all midfielders, and that's why Lars is in defense. Next we have the Nihil Niharis. There is a vibe here, and so I kind of like that. There's a vibe here, but I can't pick up on the vibe. The Noisy Nose. They all have big noses. That is brilliant. Inazuma 11 is imagine if these players were actually in these teams, the insecurities that would start to like surface. And the Ohigi Blast. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea. Again, there's a vibe here. Go Galaxy is nailing these. There's a vibe here. I can't pick up on the vibe, but there is a vibe here. The Okosama 11, it's all like little people, like otherwise known as children. I don't know what that was. And Tezcat's sister, who looks 10 years older than everyone else, but I can't tell if she is. I can't remember how old she is meant to be. It's cool. We have aliens here. Planet girls. This is all girls, but specifically all alien girls. That's cool. That's a cool concept for a team. The Red Eyes 11. Inazuma 11. What color is this? Doesn't look very red to me, does it? Ribbon Q. They all have ribbons. Brilliant. This isn't a ribbon, though. This is surely her hair. Is it a ribbon? Did she just do that to blend in with the family? I don't know. Smiley what? Ugh. Ugh. They all have big smiles. Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. They all have big smiles. They got to be in a smiley team. I'm assuming this is all the fast players. Stamina. I'm assuming this is all the stamina players. Stand colors. They're all standing? I don't get what the theme is here. It's a bit boring. This is the strike. This is the whites. They're all very white. I feel like they're not, though. I don't know. Like, there's a few that have very white designs, and then you've got, like, this guy with black hair. But I like him, so I don't mind. Sword Castle. Yeah, these are all... Oh my god, it's all Victor Blade characters. That's brilliant. That is brilliant. It's all Victor Blade themed characters, but they didn't have enough, so they just did the two shadow people at the end. Fantastic. You know what? Fair enough. Symmetries, all perfectly symmetrical players. What a brilliant concept. Who thought of this? Let's have a team that's all symmetrical characters. This is technique players. The key person, so it's all the main characters. Kind of. Not really. Yeah, fair enough. They do kind of commit to it. Goldie, JP. Yeah, they commit to it. Yeah, I can't really argue with this, to be fair. Why Adult Sean, though? It's an odd choice, but fair enough. This is the TP Kings. A lot of these are just the same kind of idea. And is that... That's the last one. The TP Kings is the last one. So we've done it. We've done it. I'd like to thank my mother, my father, and every other person who helped me get to this point in my life when I just spent over an hour talking about Inazuma 11 teams. What a brilliant accomplishment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. If you actually stayed to the end, comment mustard. I don't know why. I'll see you guys in the next video. Maybe, if I live that long. Bye.